All right, welcome back, guys. Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Welcome back to the day. Hope everyone's doing well. So I wanted to go ahead and jump into this topic because we might see kind of like this push to get more of these coins into to larger registry set collections, and the sale of such coin happened last night, as a matter of fact, on greatcollections.com. And I wanted to bring a little bit more awareness to a lot of folks out there that some of the premier Jefferson nickel collections are going to begin attacking these with a furious rage. And what I mean by furious rage is that they are going to talk with their wallets. And we're beginning to see that. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, as you guys know, I talk a lot about the registry set idea, and what PCGS and NGC are promoting, I think is really big for the hobby, number one, and number two, what they're doing to help promote specifically some of the ultra-modern coins, I think is unprecedented. I mean, who in their right mind would spend... Great example, this 2011D that sold on GC last night, $1,805 to own a coin that is barely 10 years old. 11 years old, if you want to be a little bit more accurate here in this video. It's all about the chase. It doesn't matter what it is. Jefferson nickel collecting by full steps has been one of the most exciting. It's been one of the most hotly pursued U.S. type coins in modern history. All right, it's all about going through 100 rolls in the hopes that you could find one premium example with full steps. It could be 2011, it could be 2002. It could be 2020. It's all about finding the premier example that's going to usurp the throne from everybody else. All right. And that's really what we're talking about here with the registry set. Now, just to kind of not put the wrong idea about registry sets out there, there's really no wrong way to collect it. However, when you talk about the hardcore purists out there of registry sets, they want the finest grade of every conceivable date. And then when you have that measure of competitiveness in the hobby, you have a lot of people butting heads on the auction circuit. All right, they're constantly engaging in these irrational bidding wars to a lot of my viewers out there, because a lot of you are quite new to the idea of registry sets. Why in the world would someone pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a coin that's barely 2 or 3 years old, right? Now, this is one of a couple coins that have sold here in about the last month or two that has really raised a little bit of awareness to the community. I've had a few folks, as a matter of fact, reach out to me regarding a few of the previous examples. I think there was a 2004 Denver. It seems to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Denver minted coins of Jefferson nickels from the year 2000 onward have suffered a little bit more in the quality department, more so than the Philadelphia. It's kind of like hard to believe, because the opposite used to be the case. Philadelphia just used to crank out just hot garbage quality. Some would even say today that that's still the case. But when we're looking at this through regular, everyday, normal Joe Schmo, Mr. Mrs. optics, it's like these are impossible. How can these sell for that level of money? I hate to break it to you, but it's only going to get a lot higher. It's going to get more ridiculous. And the big reason is that a lot of these coins that we're seeing in circulation today, are experiencing a record turnaround in circulation. Coins are being used and abused quite a bit these days. And finding some of those premier, say, like this one, 2011D. I mean, good luck trying to find an actual sealed roll and having any modicum of success at finding a coin that will grade out full steps. Now, when we look at this example here, PCGS grades these coins one of two ways. Okay, they'll give it whatever numerical grade it deserves, and then they'll either elect not to give it full steps, or they'll give it FS. Now, under PCGS's rules and guidelines, and this is something that I've had to kind of learn just through talks with everybody else, the coin has to have at least 5 complete uninterrupted steps that go left to right. This one right here has 5. This one appears to have just a slight little nick at the very bottom 6th step, but still good enough to qualify for FS. And this is not something that I'm telling you guys you need to go out there and do so, because this is a rabbit hole that I'm sure a lot of people are unaware. You should not dive into it without at least knowing as much information as you can. Some of the things that are plaguing this particular series, and you could go back 15, 20 years, is that a lot of these coins are coming out of rolls with kind of like a white milky spot to them. And with these spots, these are byproducts of the rinsing agents that the U.S. Mint was using to I guess, cleanse the planchets or whatever it is after they've been punched out. So the white spots are etched into the coin. You can't really remove them without doing some damage. And that's the primary reason why that a lot of these coins are all of a sudden kind of like a hot target for the existing registry set participants, is that they are aware of the issues that both mints facilities, not just one or the other, but both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, these are some of the same issues that they're experiencing when they're trying to cherry pick premium quality gem choice and circulated coins that's going to grade out. It has these today have to grade out Mint State 68. And, at first glance, to a lot of untrained eyes, it looks like every single coin that comes out of a roll should be Mint State 68, but that's truly not the case. The average grade seems to be like Mint State 65. There's a lot of nicks and scratches, bag marks, poor plancha quality, things like that. Sometimes the steps just doesn't, meet the expectations of a lot of distinguished individuals. And when people actually hunt for these, I mean, they go as far as doing, one look with a magnifier, a jeweler's loop, like a 10x loop, and then they'll put it under a microscope to get really closer to the coin. Now, when we look at this 2011D, you'll find that the fields are really clean. I mean, this thing is deserved of its Mint State 68 full step grade. Good luck finding another example that closely matches this one. That's kind of been a thing that a lot of like newer, I guess, profit-minded people that want to take advantage of this. This is one of those things that they don't realize, that just because the coin looks good to the naked eye doesn't mean it's grade worthy. And I think you guys need to be aware before you go pissing away just hundreds of dollars in submission fees and costs. You need to know that this is something that you cannot just hastily jump into, right? It's like jumping into the pool before checking if there's any water, especially this time of year, or if the water is brown. You don't want to do that. But I'm letting you guys know that these registry sets are beginning to double down, and they're trying to obtain some of these coins that for the last 10 years, not many people have been seriously attacking from the graded side of things. People aren't going out and actually hunt through rolls trying to find the premium examples to fulfill the need of registry sets. And that's the big reason why that I think that some of these coins will end up hitting unprecedented dollar levels on the secondary market. We could very well see $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 price tags on some of the coins, especially those examples that have a really low population count. And And again, Denver's kind of leading the way in terms of the not so great quality department in this case. So here's another thing that I wanted to show you guys. This website is pcgs.com. It's actually their registry set area. And I know the edge of the screen's a little bit cut off, and that's my apologies on that. But this is actually the finest Jefferson Nickel Circulation Strike registry set. It's actually, you can't see it, but it's D.L. Hansen. It's one of the renowned numismatists out there today. D.L. Hansen, Jefferson, FS. Every single coin is going to be full steps, date set, 1838 to present. Actually, that should read 1938 to present. That's just a typo there. Set is 100% complete, which means it has some of the coins from the later dates going all the way up to, I believe, 2021 or 2022. The set rating is the highest amongst all of its other, I guess, contemporaries, the other Jefferson Nickel registry sets, and then there's the GPA weighted grade point average for such, and that's because it's the highest known set on PCGS's website. But if you look here, I mean, this is page 2, by the way. So it's got the later dates. 1980 AD is the first date on this page. Check out some of the grades on here. It even has all of the other information. You have this completely separate column with the PCGS pop numbers, as in there's that many coins graded, say, in a mid-state 67 full steps. This is kind of like one of the numbers you do need to pay attention to if you're looking to take advantage of registry set grading, is to attack specific dates with a very low pop count. Now, a lot of these, especially coming from the 80s and 90s, are some of the stingiest coins to grade. It's all part of that quality component. 1990s was especially really bad in terms of finding a quality example. God bless D.L. Hansen for even finding a few of these. You look at certain grades like mid-state 66 full steps for a 1990 AP and think, oh, that's really no big deal. You know, the coins should be coming out at least that grade, right? No, not necessarily. It's actually a lot tougher than it looks. I mean, look at this 99D here. Mid-state 67 full steps, pop 5. That's it. 5 out of how many hundreds of million were produced in 1999 for Denver? I mean, the minute percentage of the entire whole pie of coins produced for that year is staggering. And that's why there's a lot of money being driven into this this particular segment of numismatics. And we're just going on down the line. We're starting to get into the teens, 2000 teens here. Check out some of these pop numbers. That 2011D, that mid-state 68 full steps, guess what? D.L. Hansen has a grade point lower. I wouldn't put it past him to know that he probably bought the 68 that did sell, all the while kind of pushing away all the other bidders from some of the other registry sets, and I'll show you how many registry sets exist for this particular Jefferson Nickel segment. Look at that, mid-state 67 full steps, 150 total graded at that level. But in a mid-state 68, man, it's probably like 1 or 2. It's probably the finest known. Pop higher 11. Okay, and that also includes plus designations. It's not a full grade up from there, like mid-state 68. There might be, say, for example, 9 or 10 graded with a plus designation, and probably 1 or 2 in a 68. So that's how kind of that reads. The total pop is 260, which means there aren't too many folks grading these things. I mean, look at some of the other dates here. Like, nobody's grading these coins. The pop 6, which means only 6 people have graded this particular date, 2014D. So you can see clearly that folks are beginning to kind of target this. I mean, look at 2022. He has none here. I mean, admittedly, the coin is brand new, and it does have a red asterisk, which means these items are optional and not calculated in the grade or the percent completion of this set. But when you look at some of these other previous dates, I mean, look, what's wrong with 2019 or 2018P, where only 3 coins have been graded, but the finest mint state 68 full steps. I mean, how expensive are these coins? Is crazy. It's kind of hard to fathom what can be or will be kind of like targeted here in the next 5 to 10 years. Now, is this a plea for me to tell you to go out and start looking through these BU rolls of brand new nickels as they're coming out? I'm not saying that, okay? You need to actually heed with caution, because you can end up losing a lot of money. If these coins are coming back like 65, 66 because of your untrained eyes, you're going to end up losing a ton of money. These coins, you know, it's a cost like $30 a coin to grade out with PCGS. So definitely something to kind of really think long and hard. Do you have the money to invest into doing something like this? I mean, there are people that have done it and have been, you know, kind of successful. So there's the DL Hansen. I mean, four years running has been the top Jefferson nickel registry set. Ray Overbay has been the runner-up. But look at how many years that particular set has performed. Maybe they've throttled back a little bit. The Corso collection was a pretty relevant one as well for a number of years. But when we go down and look at this, there are quite a few. I could view entire list, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be insane. 85 total participants of this, all in which every single person that's participated in the Jefferson nickel circulation strike set, I'm sure has pockets way deep that go all the way down to their shoe. That's how much money they have to be able to get into something like this. But when you look at some of these other lesser tier ones, I mean, you could tell that there are folks that really don't care, and they're just collecting it. You know, maybe they're trying to assemble a complete mid-state 65 full set steps collection. And then, or people are starting it from scratch. So there's a lot of people that are getting into it that are building their sets, but they're not quite there. They're trying to reach DL Hansen, and you know, there's a number of these folks in here that are staking tens of thousands of dollars into assembling this set. So that's what I want to kind of talk about here this morning. Jefferson nickel full steps revolution is here. People are starting to get into it. The prices have been creeping up on them from what I've seen. Very few coins have sold in the last few years, and rightfully so. I mean, you guys saw the pop numbers. They're minute. You know, they're not even in double digits yet. Nobody's attempting to go and do it. And therefore, that's going to lead to a kind of a thirst for some of these high-tier registry sets to keep an eye out for some of those coins from the last 15 years. And you're going to see the prices continually go up and up and up, and it's going to be quite insane. Before I let you guys go, I wanted to personally thank you guys for a fantastic 2022. Very few times where I had the opportunity to just pour out my emotion on this. You know, you guys have been fantastic. It's been kind of a strange year from all points of numismatics, from all points of life. And because of that, you know, things are going to continuously get better. I've kind of answered the plea of a lot of folks who want to see shorter form videos, so therefore that's why I do a lot more shorts. I actually have a number of people that say, hey, why are you doing more shorts these days? Is because I want to listen to that other segment, that other crowd of people that want to see a different style of Blue Ridge Silverhound videos. And that's why I'm doing it. And that's why I'm doing more of it. And that's why I'm really pushing forward to doing more of it, is so that way. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of time, to be honest, to do more shorts videos. That's something that I want to do to help out a larger crowd. And you guys don't have to pay for a membership or any of that bull crap. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And we are always around. We have the live coin Q&A panel. We just blew through like 200 plus emails. Actually, one of us did. Shay Hoffmaster. Thank you, buddy, by the way. And that's all me because my live streams. But yeah, I mean, we're going to be back live tonight for our December 5th holiday giveaway. You guys need to come check it out. We're giving away coins, currency, books, microscopes. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be one of the biggest events that we've ever done for a holiday giveaway on our live coin Q&A channel. 5:30 Pacific this evening, 8:30 Eastern, and then you guys in between, you guys know where you're at. But I hope to see you guys there. Thank you again for everything that you do. Love you guys. Thank you again as always. And that's all I got. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell for instant notifications. And let's crank it out for the rest of the month of December. And then really push it hard going into 2023. I could see some really good stuff waiting in the wings. And that's it. Let's going to go ahead and do it. You guys take care. Have a good one. Enjoy your week.